Michael Connor says, I think there are limits. When the person who brought the Starbucks run into the studio gets a piece of the pie, it's time to renegotiate. Yeah, like, listen, I'm sorry, but you're not getting royalties because you went and got us coffee. Like, it's just, we're not gonna do that, you know. But yeah, man, there should be limits. There should be limits for sure. I heard somebody say, man, it was a very wise statement. I can't remember exactly how he phrased it, but he was just like, you know, look at every opportunity and it will either bring you like massive exposure and just be a super good look for your career. It's going to bring you some upfront money, or it's going to bring you some good back end money. He was just like, try and get 2 out of the 3. You probably won't get all 3, but try and get 2 out of the 3. If you're only getting 1 of those, it's probably not a good deal, and I wouldn't do it. So that's how I look at it. Try and think about it. Maybe it'll help you. So yeah, for the new people joining the stream, drop your questions. We're talking about sync, how to get started, how to navigate it, how to crush it, all of that stuff. But yeah, so yeah, things can look different. But yeah, don't get too caught up on, you know, don't get too caught up on the fact that a publisher is taking 100% of the publisher share. That's normal. That's normal. I know a lot of producers, they will just stay stuck and they're just like, I must own everything. Like, I can't give up anything. It's like, that's fine, but you know, you're choosing not to give up a percentage of something that's not earning right now. So, like I always say, do you want to own, you know, 100% of a grape or 50% of a watermelon? You know, it sounds good, like, yo, I own this entire grape, but that grape's gonna be gone one little bite. But you got half a watermelon. Listen, you can eat on a half a water, depending on the type of, because they got the mini watermelons. But if you get the regular size watermelons, you can eat on that half a watermelon a lot longer than that little grape. So you gotta weigh the pros and cons. Like, listen, I'd rather have a percentage of something that's out there and that's working for me. Exactly. Aaron says 100% of nothing is still nothing. You're 100% broke. You ain't pitched that joint. Nobody's publishing it. And it takes both sides. You know, there's the writing of it, but until we exploit that intellectual property, it won't make us any money. Nobody knows about it. So we got to get it out there. We got to send it to the clients. We got to send it to the TV shows. We got to send it to the, you know, the ad agencies, the trailer houses. We got to get it out there and exploit it so that it can make us some money. So yeah, what are some key things that can make your music stand out when it comes to getting into a library? A good mix and master. You know what I mean? Make sure the volume is good. Like, if the volume's like super low, it hasn't been mastered, it's not gonna be a good look. They'll pass it up. How you present that music helps you stand out, right? So if you're using SoundCloud, it's not the cleanest, man. They have ads and stuff, or if you're using Google Drive, you know how like Google Drive, you'll create a link, and if that link is the email, then they have to like click, you know, be invited to have access. Don't do that. Use something clean. I remember when I first started, I was just using box.com, you know, create a little folder. They can easily stream the track. Now I use disco.ac. It just makes it super, super clean, easy. They can play it, stream it. If they want to download it, they can download it. So just kind of making that good impression. And then when you do submit that music, you know, Disco allows you to have that contact information, which allows them to hit you back if they actually do want to use the music. So those are some things, like the most important things to kind of make your music stand out. Put some thought into the title of the track. Just don't name it Beat 179 2024 version 7, because that's generic. Name it something that hints to what the track may sound like, you know, mysterious tension. I don't know, something like that. Like, what does that sound like? What do you think about when you hear the word mysterious tension? You know, it doesn't sound happy. It sounds mysterious. It sounds tense, like it's gonna be dark minor chords, something like that. So that's going to be good. And then obviously if it's a song with lyrics, then the title would be whatever the title is. But for instrumentals, put some thought into the title of those instrumentals. You're probably ready to start trying to get TV placements, but you just don't know the next step to take. So I want you to download my free Sync Producer Quick Start Guide, which is going to help you do that. It's going to give you the steps and it's going to give you resources to get you started on this journey. So just go to clintproductions.com/free guide or click the link in the description and download that free Sync Producer Quick Start Guide. Any favorite key signatures and BPMs when producing for Sync? Not really, man. It really just depends on the brief. I know typically for like mid-tempo stuff, like hip hop, pop, I'm between like 145, 165, and I usually do like double time. But it depends on the brief too. Like if they send me a brief and it's, I like to follow the tempos of references that they send. So I'll pick like one of the reference and like key in that BPM, and then I'll create something from there, especially if it's like one of those briefs where it's like, hey, we're looking for a replacement for this track. I'm going to keep the exact same BPM, because a little trick is that if they have like a temporary track that they're using and they've kind of cut and edited to that, if you make it the same BPM, it's going to be easy. It's just going to flow exactly like that previous track. And, typically it's going to match those edit points and things like that because it's the exact same BPM. So I like to do things like that. Sometimes I'll even do the same key just to kind of keep that same vibe. But no favorite keys really, more so BPM. I kind of pay attention to BPMs more than anything. Yeah, indeed, man. I keep seeing promos from Inodot for Sync. Any experience with them? No, I haven't. They seem new, but yeah, I don't have any experience with them. I don't know. I think when I looked at it, it looked like it was like one of those companies that like did everything. And I don't know. I'm real big on like companies that specialize in something. Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? I don't like to see a company that, and there's no shot at Inodot. Like, I don't know them. Like, do your thing. But me personally, when I go to a website and then I see we sign independent artists, we do distribution, we do album artwork, we shoot music videos, we do publishing, we do PR, and then we also do sync, and then it's like, yo, like how do you do all of that? And they may have departments, they may have people who specialize on individuals, but it's just like, I don't know. When I see a lack of focus, I feel like if you're doing everything, you're probably not great at one thing. That's why I teach students inside of my TV placement mastery program. Like, these are the kind of companies you want to look for. Like, you go to their website, you see they specialize in music for TV, film, media, video games. That's it. They're not trying to like shoot your music video. They're not trying to, distribute your music on Apple Music and Tidal. Like, they don't know. They're so locked in to the TV, film, and media clients that's it. That's what they do. So I want a specialist. It's like the same with, I don't know, you go break a kneecap or something. Like, I don't want to see like it's a general doctor. I just broke my kneecap. Like, I want to see somebody who specializes in knee surgery. So it's just like I just really, really value specialists, because that's who you want pitching, like, and representing you. You want a specialist. You don't want somebody who's just like, I dib and dab and this and that. So yeah,